I can't be the only one that's a little bit irritated with all of the updates in regards to the PC hardware and also PC gaming, because look, man, with all of the incredibly awesome stuff that has been going on the past, I want to say probably 2 weeks, we went from a literal turd bucket of news updates and just trash stuff to some of the like coolest things that we've heard or been announced throughout the past, like what, year or something within that time frame, probably like 2 years, but I don't remember past a year, so I'm going to go ahead and say a year. However, dude, we got some really cool stuff in regards to the AMD CPUs. And then this right here, I'm just going to talk about at the end because it's funny and I love South Park, and we're just going to go down that rabbit hole there. So this right here, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 50 Super Series pricing leaks with more memory for the exact same price. Or in other words,
$2,000 for a 5080, not $1,000, because you and I both know that there's no way in history of all histories that have ever existed.
I don't know where I'm going with that. Point I was trying to say there before my brain got all miscombobulated is that there's no way that this is not going to get scalped into oblivion and then immediately be relisted for double, if not 3 times MSRP, because that's just how people are in 2025. They're just really awesome, epic humans. That's really all I need to say about the NVIDIA RTX 50 Super Series, is that you're getting more memory and the price is going to remain the same as the current generation of RTX 50 series of graphics cards. So this right here, Elden Ring Nightreign Leak suggests ranked endless mode is going to end up coming. That's really all I need to say about this. I know that this is an extremely popular game. I have played it for a few hours, but games like this, I just don't have time. There's a reason that I like playing retro games. There's a reason that a lot of the time you guys see me playing Super Mario World or Mega Man or Donkey Dork or something like, or Donkey Kong, for those of you that don't understand the true nature of what the actual name of that series is. It's not Donkey Kong, it's Donkey Dork. So yeah, that's really the reason I play a lot of the retro older stuff, is just because I can sit down and play a level or even a world, like Super Mario World, how it has like the little world sections. It takes me like 20, maybe 30 minutes to do that. And I can just save my game and disappear. And I don't feel like I need to get this weapon, this armor, that armor, be able to perfect this so that I can actually play with these other players that do this really, really difficult thing. So in other words, I don't have to sit in front of my computer screen for 9 hours every single day in order to like enjoy the video game that I'm playing. So that's really the main reason that I play a lot of the retro stuff. There are some FPS games like Battlefield 6, the beta of Battlefield 6 was really fun. But either way, a new AMD Ryzen X3D gaming CPU. Sorry for that if that actually picked up in my microphone. Sure, I hope that you're doing your thing and why people buy Shure microphones and just absolutely canceled out that bump into my microphone thing. But this right here is just basically adding more 3D V cache. And this is going to be the reason that AMD is doing this is because of Intel is going to is this the one that, yeah, so it's right after this. So Intel's going to be releasing their next generation CPUs. And dude, like from what we're seeing, man, like this is really cool to see, at least from the CPU side. GPU side, like NVIDIA is just like literally just like sitting on a throne, taking a dump on everybody. Like nobody can compete with them on the graphics card. And just so we're clear, bro. Oh, well, what about the 9070 XT? Listen, dude, if you like mid-tier range graphics cards and that's all you care about, great. That's wonderful. I don't really care about that. I'm more about like whatever the like top 2 things are. And the 5080 alongside the 5090, AMD literally has nothing that can compete with those right now. So it's really the main reason I use NVIDIA. I'm not saying that the 9070 or whatever AMD's current generation GPUs, the 9070 XT and then the 9070 aren't good graphics cards. They are good graphics cards and they're an extremely good value if you're into gaming, but I don't really use my computer for gaming, dude. I use my computer for a lot of other stuff. I'm not saying I don't play games and I don't want my games to be whatever, but it's like when I don't play games very often and I want to play a game, I want the game that I'm playing for the first time in like 2 weeks to actually be enjoyable to play. And there's no denying that a better looking game, a better optimized running game is more fun to play. But regardless, the reason I was talking about that is because AMD and Intel are really going back and forth, at least right now. And do keep in mind that a lot of the Intel stuff that we're hearing for the next generation of CPUs is it's all leaks and rumors right now, and they are going to be doing like a V2, like the Series 2 here, the Intel Core Ultra 9. I don't know if there's going to be like some sort of Series 3 as well for this, but they're actual next generation CPUs. Like when we're past the Z890 motherboards and the LGA whatever current socket is, like they're gonna be, from what we're hearing, it's gonna be faster than the X3D chips from AMD, and it's I bumped my mic again, bro. Get out of here. I'm gonna move my keyboard so I don't keep bumping it. Move my arm as well. So either way, the competition there is really the main reason that I was mentioning that. It's just AMD and Intel going back and forth. It's really cool. So this right here, Intel to keep application optimization APO alive, but focuses to shift to current and next generation CPUs. So pretty much what this is it's going to have like a game optimizer almost. It's almost like a, I don't want to say this, but this is going to come across pretty bad, but like a DLSS or FSR, it's not going to be upscaling or using a bunch of AI crap, but it's like it has like this optimizer, if that makes sense to you. So basically what Intel's going to be doing is it, from what I remember hearing the infamous leaker there, what's his name? I forget his name. It's not Red Gaming. Moore's Law is dead. I listened to his podcast on my morning walk the other day, and he was talking about how like Intel like goes into the game file and it like changes the executable, like the exe file, so that the game like runs better on Intel. But I don't know. That's my understanding of how it works in a simple manner. Like obviously there's a reason that I had this up on screen for you. This is that's pretty much what this is. It just goes in and it changes the executable file. So this right here, AMD Ryzen 5 5500X3D first benchmark surfaces online. Dude, listen, this is crazy. The fact that AMD is still supporting these is just wild to me. That's so cool for them to have, like, to have, like, when did the 5800X3D release? It was like 5 years ago. It's just crazy to me that they're still, or 5 years ago, it was way more than that, wasn't it? Because we're at the 9000 series, 7000, then the 5000. So we're at like 7 years, 7 or 8 years. I don't know. It's been a long time. So it's cool to see them have. So CPU first seen on charts. No, that's bullcrap. I mean, the 3D, it's not bullcrap, but like, what was the original release date of the 5500? So 2020. What? Oh, geez, I was way off. 2020. So it's only been 3 years. What is that? I didn't realize that AMD's been releasing a CPU every year. I didn't realize that. That's crazy. Brain dead moment there. But either way, dude, I think that this is super cool that they've been supporting that for such a long period of time. Why do you keep popping up when I click to a new tab? Does that show on screen? Yeah, it does. So rumored, it's because I'm swapping scenes. So rumored PlayStation 6 release date leaked, quote unquote, as gamers speculate on the new console. This is going to be way out in 2020. Really? 2028, I'm pretty sure is what this said. I can't remember. I know it said 2028. It's just what right here. So 2000. Oh my God, same guy. I didn't listen to this episode, but 2028 or even 2027 to early 2028. So we got a while. This right here is just kind of cool. So it's nothing like super we need to like actually talk about. So AMD Threadripper Pro 9995WX can run 400 copies of Doom or 8 instances of Crysis simultaneously. The CPU is so powerful that the tester left 100 copies of the classic game running accidentally without realizing. He definitely realized. But I just think that that's super interesting that you can actually do that with that CPU. But that's really all you need to actually know about that. It's a server CPU. So this right here, Intel's Nova Lake mobile specs leaks out, and the top end HX variant is going to be featuring 28 CPU cores and 4xe cores. The entire lineup is reportedly limited to a single compute tile. So this is also really good for people that are using like mini PCs, laptops, and the integrated graphics inside of those, because this is going to be competing with AMD's integrated graphics. And there's no denying that Intel has just been very far behind AMD's integrated graphics for an extremely long time. So 4P cores, 8E cores, and 4 LPE cores, it's going to offer up to 12 Xe3 GPU cores, depending on the SKU. These designs share similarities with the previously leaked Panther Lake H chips with different CPU micro. So you get my point. It's just going to be a better integrated graphics. Just keep in mind that if it's not obvious to people here throughout the past however long you've been in the tech hardware space and PC space, leaks very rarely ever. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not like super accurate or they're not close to being accurate, but they're not like always accurate unless we go down the path of everybody saying, "Oh, well, he definitely has sources." Listen, bro. When somebody I'm not going to timer here so that I don't over explain this. So listen, when somebody, I've already mentioned their names more than once here, but when somebody like takes a guess 100 to 200 times before the release of something, and then when the thing releases, they claim to have leaked it themselves. Listen, do you think that you could not guess 100 to 200 times and then be somewhat accurate with your guess or one of your 200 guesses? I'm just going to throw that out there. I think that if I had the opportunity to make like 200 guesses leaking something, that I could get pretty goddamn close to leaking the proper specs of something and then claiming that I'm a really like infamous leaker that knows everything. This right here is just super awesome. And the cool thing about this, dude, is look, so Halo coming to the PS5, like this is something that Microsoft and Xbox actually want, but Sony's dumb. Look, dude, people can say that, oh, dude, but dude, PlayStation has sucked since the PS5 released. And I don't think anybody that's actually, before I started all the PC stuff, I was making PlayStation news. The whole reason I owe everything that I found like with the PC business and everything in the PC space, starting the other channels, everything, dude, I owe it all to Sony because of how much they suck. So I was making PlayStation news, bro. All right. And when you're looking stuff up, man, and it's just like a turd bucket of a company, that's the whole reason I swapped to different content. It's the whole reason I make PC videos now. It's the whole reason I got back into emulation. It's the whole reason I don't really play current generation consoles anymore, is because PlayStation just really showed me how much of an ignorant turd bucket of a company they actually are. And I'm just not willing to support them because I'm not willing to be one of those people that complain about the RTX 5090 being $5,000 and then goes out and buys a $6,000 version of that RTX 5090 and then continues to complain about how they just overspent $4,000 on the supposedly supposed to be $2,000 graphics card, and then also goes into betas and alphas of video games like, pink suit Barbie doll cosmetic suits, or in other words, Call of Duty, and then whines and complains about Call of Duty and then goes and buys their Barbie doll pink suit in the microtransaction store. I'm just not that type of person. So, you know what I mean, bro? It's like the 5090. Like I still have a 4090 in my computer, dude. And the reason I still have a 4090 in my computer is because I just went and I bought the laptop with the 5090, because the laptop versions, at least from my experience and what I've seen online, all the 50 series laptop GPUs perform well. I haven't had any issues with my Asus laptop. So other than the outrageous amount of BIOS updates on the friggin' thing, but it does have the Ultra 9 in it. So I'm guessing that's more of an Intel thing than an NVIDIA thing. Which that's kind of my fault for always sticking with Intel. It's just, there's still some benefits, dude. There's still some benefits to Intel CPUs. No, I'm not talking about gaming, bro. Like, not everybody. I'm not, whatever. Because if I use the example of, oh my God, this guy clearly knows nothing about cars, he shouldn't be talking about cars. So I'm actually going to do that because, like, I just barely went down the rabbit hole of mentioning the cars and how I know absolutely nothing about cars. So since I know nothing about cars, it's like AMD, Corvette, Intel, Lamborghini. So, like, all these people with AMD, just like, they're like, oh my God, well, the Corvette's only $100,000 and it goes just as fast as this Lamborghini over here. So you're going to use the one benefit, the one benefit, the one thing, uno, not dos, not tres, uno, one thing. The Corvette is just as good as the Lamborghini. It goes just as fast as the Lamborghini. Let's just ignore the other 50 benefits the Lamborghini has. Let's just let's ignore the 50 other things. Just this one's $100,000 and it goes just as fast. This one's $350,000 and it has 50 other benefits. But this one, oh, this is the one where we're just gonna this one's worth it because it has one benefit. Or in other words, AMD is good at gaming. Okay. So go ahead and you let me know. Oh my God, well, the Corvette is this as well, and the Corvette also has this, and well, this and that, and it's just, how about you realize I'm just using an example, bro? Okay. So either way, Nintendo expands Switch 2's GameCube library next week. I just think this is cool. I didn't really get into GameCube because of the controller, but Chibi Robo is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch Online for those of you that bought a Nintendo Switch 2. This right here, Stalker 2 says, hell with it. They're just going to update the entire Unreal Engine implementation in a new roadmap for the rest of the year. So this is just kind of cool, man. Like, when the game first launched, it was pretty unoptimized. But I mean, I don't want to. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a bad game, but I don't feel like it has that much replayability. It's like a single player Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov, whatever. It's like a survival game, but I don't know, dude. And what I'm saying is because I'm a bit older, like I don't have that old gaming thing anymore. Like what I'm trying to explain, I don't know the word for it, but like when you were like younger, you remember, like for me, I'm just going to use Call of Duty. I'm just going to use Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon as an example on the original Xbox, or like another one would be Splinter Cell. It'd be a really good example as well, where you're just like your special ops guy sneaking around and all this stuff, and the enemies, like you're legitimately afraid of them. Like when you're younger, like you like, oh my God, they're a freaking guy. And you really got to be careful. And you just like, you stay behind the wall. Like, oh my God, should I sneak out, shoot him net? Or should I do the light? Or should I do this? And like, you're really thinking about it so you don't die. I don't do that anymore. I just kind of like full send it through games. If I die, I don't really care. So it's like, I don't really have that same, I think you guys understand. Anybody that's like somewhat older probably feels the same way. They don't have that like worried feeling of just super like awesome funness. Like with game, I really wish that I could just reset my mind and be able to experience games like that. Really, the only reason I play games now, honestly, it's one of the main reasons is because of that, is really for nostalgia and memories. It's again going back to the retro stuff. It just yeah. So this right here, AMD's desktop PC market share hits a new high as server gains slow down. Intel now only outsells AMD 2-1, down from 9-1 a few years ago. Dude, look, I really hate it because I really want AMD to keep going up and I really want AMD to just like take off, but it's so mind-boggling to me, like how I hate to say this, dude, because I genuinely do like AMD. I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm some sort of Intel or NVIDIA fanboy, but dude, like numbers don't lie. Like this is like, we could literally replace Intel with NVIDIA as well. But everybody, oh, well, the AMD is selling so good. Everybody uses it. It's just a wonderful graphics card and it's just really great. Dude, like I don't understand why they have such a loud mouth. Like anybody on AMD's team, they're so loud. They're so it's literally like I'm trying to think of an example of what I want to use, but I can't think of one. It's like a whatever. So the new Ryzen 9000X 3D CPU could deliver epic levels of game boosting L3 cache. Rumored chip reportedly supports or sports. Wait, I already covered this. Why did I don't know why I opened up 2 articles. So lastly, I just want to talk about this, dude, because for anybody that has not seen the new season of South Park, like it's above, like I've been watching South Park my whole life. Like since I was like 10 years old, South Park has been around. But this season, man, it's really bad. Like it, not like quality wise, but like they've always made fun of stuff. Like they've always like been on that edge, just like seriously, like just like really like raunchy, like that. But dude, this season takes that to a whole different level. And anybody that has watched it knows, dude, like we're talking like, yeah. So if you have not seen the new season of South Park, just go to South Park's YouTube channel. Like they actually have clips of it. And like YouTube is even allowing them to upload it. And I don't understand how they're getting away with it, or how like Trump hasn't gone and sued them when they're literally suing like every website, or when he's suing every website on the, I'm not going to scroll down more further. Yeah, actually I can continue to scroll down. Okay. All right, so they're not showing like any of the bad pictures, but you should really like, you got to go watch it, bro. It's just crazy. But the thing is, the second episode was also delayed. So yeah, go check this out. That's going to bring us to the end of the video, man. I hope that you enjoyed it. Peace.